Welcome to the Abundance Hack Show, where we are inspiring you to tap into your power to manifest the happiness, success, and fulfillment that you desire. I am your host, Niajae, the Upper Limit Coach. I am here to dismantle your limiting beliefs and remove the blocks so you can confidently live your life's purpose, because life is meant to be abundant. Hey M&Ms, thank you for tuning into the Abundance Hack Show. If you are joining us for the first time, there are two things that I want to share with you. One, although M&Ms are really yummy candies, it actually stands for magical manifestors because we are manifesting an abundant life. And two, I shoot this show guerrilla style, meaning I'm always in a different location. I will never be shooting from a studio. So if you ever hear background noise, it's because I'm at a different location, and it is a video podcast. If you are listening on iTunes or Spotify, you definitely want to tune into the video, which is on Facebook Watch or YouTube. So let's dive into today's topic. Today I want to talk about beliefs and desires. Are your beliefs and desires in alignment? Why is this important? If we are manifesting our dream lives, the lives that we truly, truly desire, and we have beliefs that are contradicting our desires, we are actually creating resistance for ourselves and working against ourselves. So this is really, really important that you start to take inventory of your beliefs, your thought patterns, and what you believe to be true about life. Because if you are not a vibrational match to what it is that you are trying to manifest, and you're like, okay, I want this and it's not happening for me, it's a really good time for you to figure out, maybe I have a subconscious or even conscious belief that is contradicting what it is that I am trying to manifest in my life. So you want to make sure that you're a vibrational match to what you are manifesting. And I have two areas here that I think are like the main areas of life that I want to discuss. So number one is success and money. There's so many money blocks. And let me break down what this will look like. Let's say your desire is to make a lot of money. We all want to make money because we have to live. We need money to live, right? So if you have a belief that's contradicting what you want, what it's doing is creating resistance, and it is going to block you from making a lot of money. So beliefs that could be contradictory is money doesn't grow on trees. Money doesn't grow on trees. This is something that I feel like a lot of people's parents used to say, and it basically created this subconscious belief that money is hard to come by. So if you feel like money is hard to come by in your core, like your core beliefs, and you have that in your subconscious, as you are trying to make money, there is going to be resistance there, and you're not going to make money easily because you have a subconscious belief that money is hard to come by. So another belief that could affect your desire to make a lot of money is money is the root to all evil. And we all want to be good people. So if you subconsciously believe that money is the root to all evil and you want to be a good person, then you are going to create resistance from making a lot of money, because if you associate money with evil, then subconsciously you're blocking yourself. You're working against yourself. Does this make sense? Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if this is making sense for you. The next one is wealthy people are greedy. A lot of people think that if you are rich or wealthy, you are greedy. And if you believe this, again, and you want to be a good person, you are working against yourself. You are working against what you desire, and subconsciously you will create blocks that prevent you from making the money that you truly desire, because you don't want to be considered greedy. You don't want to be considered evil. Now, one thing I do want to say, I'll just throw this in there. I don't believe that money is associated with evil or greed. I think that money is a magnifier of who you really are at your core. Now, if you are a greedy person, because you can be greedy and not be wealthy. So money will only magnify who you really are. And I just want to add, we can decide every single day who we are and who we want to be. So if you say, you know what, I am kind of selfish, I am kind of greedy, you can make the decision to change. You don't have to allow that to be your story. We create our own reality. Every single day, we should strive to be the best version of ourselves. So if you have a characteristic that you are not happy with, you have it in your power to change. I know I have a conversation with one of my really good friends about our thoughts, and she says, we can't control our thoughts, we can't control our feelings. Yes, we can. We actually can, and that is what manifestation is all about. That is what the law of attraction is all about. Reprogramming your mind, your subconscious, to think thoughts that are going to attract the abundance that you actually want in your life. So you want to make sure your desires and your beliefs are in alignment. So let's move on to love and relationships. So this is a really, really, really powerful one, because we have so many relationships in our lives. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships, but we can talk about love, like romantic love as well. So let's say your desire is unconditional love. Unconditional love. This is something that I feel like we all should strive for. Unconditional love. And if you have the belief that love ends in pain. Now, M&Ms, we're going to dive deep here. We're going to dive deep here. You have to think about Romeo and Juliet. A lot of people associate love with tragedy. A lot of people associate love with tragedy. And think about all of the movies where you see these people in like this like madly passionate, crazy, just undeniable love affair situation, but there's always some type of tragedy associated with it. And that has programmed our minds to associate love with tragedy. So if you think that love is associated with pain, that is what you are drawing to you. And let me just point out, these are not thoughts that are our predominant thoughts in the forefront of our mind. These are subconscious beliefs that you have to peel some layers back to actually get to it. So if you believe that love is associated with pain, that is what you are going to attract to you. So another belief that I feel we have to release, if this resonates with you, is relationships are hard. I hear so many people say this, relationships are hard, relationships are hard. You are speaking that into existence. Every single time you say relationships are hard, you are speaking that into your reality. So really taking inventory of what you're speaking out into the universe, what you're thinking, and what you're feeling at your core, your subconscious thoughts. And you have to make sure your thoughts, your feelings, and what you're speaking is not contradicting your desires. If you want an easy, carefree, just feel good relationship, you can have that. You can manifest that, but you have to make sure your belief is not that relationships are hard. Because if you believe at your core relationships are hard, and you're saying, but I want an easy relationship that just feels good, it's creating contrast and resistance. So you want to make sure that your beliefs and your desires are in alignment. So I have a couple more. The next one is, this is as good as it gets. So I have a lot of friends that are older than me, and it's like at a certain age, you just accept that this is just how it is. This is as good as it gets. Like, this is it for me. You know, like, this is it. And I think that it is a form of giving up. So bear with me, and I love you guys. So I'm definitely not saying this in a bad way, but I think it's a form of settling, and I think it's a form of giving up. So if you feel like this is as good as it gets, you have basically just given up on the rest of your life. There is so much more to explore. There's so many more levels of life, of passion, of love that you can experience. So if you find yourself in that rut of this is as good as it gets, this is it for me, like I better enjoy it now because this is as good as it gets, you have given up on life. As long as you are living and breathing, you have the opportunity to live an abundant life, have an abundance of love, have an abundance of fun, have an abundance of passion. Don't give up on your passion, no matter how old you are. And I know that it's pretty common. I'm not going to tell you guys how old I am. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. But it's pretty common in the next age bracket, not where I'm at, but the next age bracket. It's a pretty common thought that well, this is it. This is as good as it gets. And it's a really bad rut to be in, because I think that it's a form of settling. It's a form of just giving up on life. And you have so much more life to live. So make sure that you're not just existing and accepting this is it. This is as good as it gets. Make sure that you are living intentionally and you are committing to every day being better, every day being exciting, every day being filled with love, laughter, passion, and joy. So don't give up on your joy. Don't give up on your desires. Last one is, and this is more of like a personal one that you may feel about yourself, where people feel like they're hard to love. I'm not good at relationships. I'm hard to love. I'm hard to understand. I'm misunderstood. This is actually something that I say myself that I'm working on, is not saying I'm misunderstood or, I'm going to be single forever. These are beliefs that are definitely contradicting what we desire. If we desire to be in a healthy, happy, fulfilling relationship, and we have this belief that I'm misunderstood or I can't have it all. This is another one, guys. I'm adding this is not in my notes, but I'm adding this in there. If you believe that you can't have it all, this is, oh my goodness, this gets me worked up. So a lot of people have told me in my life, you want too much. You want too much. You're not going to find a partner that's attractive, respectful, loyal, and successful. You have to, something's got to give. That is such a scarcity mindset. So if you have this list, because they tell you sometimes to create a list, if you have a list and you don't, in your core, believe that you can have everything on your list, it's creating resistance. If you don't believe you can find one person that has everything on that list, you are creating resistance to what you desire. So the universe is abundant. The universe wants to give you everything that you desire, and no one is perfect. So I'm not saying the perfect person exists, because no one is perfect. But I do feel like you can find the perfect person for you. Does that make sense? So I want to make sure that you understand, I'm not saying any one person is perfect, because I think the word perfect is subjective. What's perfect to me may not be perfect to the next person, and perfect doesn't mean without flaws. So somebody may have a characteristic that the next person may think is annoying, and I may think is totally adorable. So perfect is subjective, and it doesn't mean without flaws, because again, it is subjective. So I do believe that there is a perfect person for an individual, but if you at your core don't believe that this person exists because you can't have this, and this, you have to choose, then that means your desires and your beliefs are contradicting. So you want to make sure that you are taking inventory of your beliefs, your thoughts, and what you're putting out into the universe, because our words have so much power. So what you're saying, you're actually attracting to you. So you want to really be careful of what you're saying, because when you say it, your brain takes a mental note and it's stored in your subconscious. So making sure you're speaking positive words and affirmations that are in alignment with what you desire. All right, so I have 7 ways that you can change your beliefs. So if this resonated with you and you said, you know what, I do have this belief that love ends in pain, or that money is hard to come by, there's a way that you can change that. There is a way that you can change that. And I have 7 ways that you can change your beliefs. Number 1 is affirmations. Shameless plug, you can definitely download one of my affirmations. I have a free affirmation ebook that I will put the link in the description, so you can download my free ebook. I shouldn't say free, I will say complimentary for a limited time. It's complimentary for a limited time. It's 100 affirmations for love, life, success. It's just stuff to make you feel good. You want to feel good. And you can definitely create your own affirmations. You can have a journal, like an affirmation journal, where you start to write down stuff that you want to reprogram in your conscious and subconscious. So the second one is mantras, which is basically the same thing as affirmations, but a lot of times people have a specific mantra that they live by. And when you are waking up every morning and you're just like, this is my mantra, this is what I'm living by, and this is what I'm going to go by. Like every decision that I make, I want it to be from this place. So affirmations, mantras are definitely kind of hands in hand. The next thing is meditation. I'll just tell you guys, when I meditate in the morning, I'm in such a better mood. If I don't meditate, I'm like super cranky. But what I do is I set an intention for my meditation, and that sets the tone for my day. So I make sure I do this before I pick up my phone, before I get on social media, before I start scrolling and I start dealing with life. I set an intention for my day because I want to make sure that I am living intentionally. Today, I'm going to be productive. Today, I'm going to focus on self-love. Today, I am going to... What are some of the other things? Usually it's just be productive because I'm always about productivity. But you want to set an intention for your day and then clear your mind to allow yourself to let those positive thoughts and affirmations and mantras really resonate in your mind, in your body, in your soul, and that will set the tone for your day.
Is imposter syndrome holding you back from taking your business or life to the next level? Is your upper limit preventing you from achieving the success you truly desire and deserve? Because you do deserve an abundant life. Go to Niajae.com/transcend to register for my exclusive masterclass, Transcend Your Upper Limits. Learn how to navigate through the hurdles on the way to the success, the happiness, and the fulfillment you desire. That's Niajae.com/transcend, Niajae.com. It's time to transcend your upper limit.
The next one is binaural beats. So I love binaural beats. Sometimes I just want to like put my headphones on and just completely zone out. And they have them for love, wealth, prosperity, health. They have it for productivity, just really transcending to another level and go into a different level of consciousness. So definitely YouTube binaural beats and check them out. See if you like it. Some people may not. But one of the things that I like to do with this podcast is offer you different modalities to see what it is that resonates with you. The next one is journaling. Huge fan of journaling. I'm actually going to do an episode coming up about bullet journaling. So if you don't know what that is, you definitely want to make sure you subscribe to this show so you can catch that episode of bullet journaling. But it doesn't have to be bullet journaling, but journaling to take inventory of what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what are your beliefs, what are your thoughts, what are your feelings. And when you are aware, self-awareness is key. When you are aware, then you can basically go from there. Like, do I need to adjust this belief? Do I need to believe this positive affirmation more? Do I need to say this affirmation every single day so I can reprogram my subconscious and not think this limiting belief or believe this block and release that and focus on this? So journaling allows you to take inventory of what you're thinking, and that is going to increase self-awareness. The next one is tapping. So I also have a podcast episode coming up about this, but EFT is emotional freedom technique where you tap and it allows you to release some of your subconscious thoughts and feelings. So that is something we will be touching on soon. I think it's super powerful. And the last one is hypnosis. So if you are in a place where you feel like you are not able to reprogram your subconscious on your own and you need a little bit of help, I think tapping as well, you want to do it with, someone certified, like a certified practitioner or like a EFT coach, for example. But if you need to really take it to another level because you're just like, I have these really deep-rooted negative beliefs and pre-programming sometimes that comes from like our parents and our grandparents, and it's generational stuff that we have to push past, then I would recommend hypnosis. So you have someone guiding you through the process. There's different levels of it, and if it's something that's really, really deep-rooted, you may need some help. And there's always coaches, there are always different practitioners that can help you, but one of the things that you have to do for you is be self-aware. You have to know what your beliefs are, and if they are contradicting what it is you were trying to manifest in your life. So if your desires and your beliefs are contradicting, that is why you are not manifesting the success, the finances, the love, the relationships, the abundance that you desire. So really, really check in. This is a great time to check in and figure out what your beliefs are, what your desires are, and if they're in alignment. Alignment is key. And remember, life is meant to be abundant. So making sure that you are in alignment with what you desire. That's my message for today, M&Ms. I hope you found value in this, and until next time, love and light.
Thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our yummy episodes. Every time you leave a 5-star rating or review, I do my happy dance.